Jackie properly ground that one out.
So we've made hard work with it. Tough 80 minutes. Great though, you never want it your own way. Like, you want to be able to show a bit of character and a bit of fight with the dog, and I thought we did that in spades today. Probably made it a bit too easy for them in the first half times with some of the scores. You never want to point fingers at the referee. Thought Bryce had a good game, but we crew in that first one off the line out. Don't know how that one works, but look, it is what it is. We gave up a few easy balls and they were pretty clinical, so credit to them. But I thought we were nice and calm, even at half time. There's no sense of panic. You should keep on going about your business, keep on working hard for each other. And it'll come when it did, thank God. Especially for big Jimmy Ryan. So delighted we get him the win on his 100th. Someone who's been not just an incredible leader, but an incredible bloke as well around the place. And it would have been very disappointing not to be able to give him a performance or a win that he deserved on his 100 cap for everything he's done for the club and everything he's put his body through over the last few years. So yeah, delighted for him.
Bench obviously made a huge impact. How much of a boost do you get on the pitch when game isn't going particularly well for you, and in one big swoop on comes Danchi and Tyke Furlong, the two McCarthys? Like, how much of a boost does that kind of give you seeing players like that coming in?
Yeah, it's huge, because you know what they're about. So Paddy and Joey don't know what they're going to do. They're just they're in their own realm. You'd be having a little shape set up, and then Joe or Paddy just gone off and done their own thing and made a few yards, and they're just mulliking around the place, which is great. Because you want to be a bit unpredictable. I think we're guilty at times of being a bit same. You can kind of see what we're doing, and then those two behemoths just kind of do their own thing, make a little break, and you can play off the cuff because we've got the players to do it. So it's great. It gives you such a lift, and then when you're blowing pretty hard at 50, 60 minutes, you see those lads coming on. It's brilliant. It gives everyone a lift, and we were playing on top down, which is great. So credit to the lads. Thought they were brilliant. So well done to the coaches for putting them on the bench and making sure we had a big impact off them. So cheers. All right. Too late. Tired.
Did you a bit in the first half of maybe Leinster overcomplicating things? You're trying some nice passes off there, but you didn't go to hand, and thanks a couple of interceptions they came along.
Yeah, we probably just weren't clinical with possession, which was a little bit frustrating. Something we spoke about during the week, because it's probably the same last week, and some lads threw some bad offloads against Harlequin supposedly. So yeah, that was a little bit frustrating, but again, we stuck in it well. Some of the passing was really clinical and really nice to see the way JJ finished his try on the edge, which was brilliant, and great to get the maul try as well. So look, it's part and parcel of the game, and we'll keep on pushing the boundaries, and we just need to make sure we're a bit less risky with ball in hand at times, because Ulster clinical when they turned us over, and obviously they had a lot of pace, so we got punished for a few silly errors at times.
Jack, a very physical game out there. Do you enjoy those type of games, or a bit more stressful for you having to take those hits and rules ball tired? Do you enjoy that type of?
You got to enjoy it. Anytime you get to play at home with your mates and playing it into Bro, you have to enjoy it, and sometimes we're probably guilty of not appreciating how lucky we are to do what we do, but it's difficult not to enjoy it, even though lads were pretty tired there afterwards. But it's brilliant, to have a proper test, a proper physical game for 80 minutes to be pushed. You learn a lot about yourself, about the character of individuals in the team, and it's great to see the fight in everyone, that we, even when we're down at half time, there's a calmness and just an eagerness to keep on going and not panic.
Leo, it's 2 weeks in a row now where it's looked for a little while like you could really lose a game, and you've come out the right side of it. What have these two results and performances said about you?
I suppose we're learning to win in a slightly different way anyway. 9 points down last week, 10 points down this week, which is great. It's not the way you ideally want to play every week, so Yeah, listen, we've made a lot of changes, so some of that is forced again. Listen, obviously we know we have to manage players at this stage of the season, so you're seeing guys in the stand. So there's that chop and change we have to do. So then you're trying to build cohesion. So we play Friday to Friday. Listen, lads were off the weekend, travel back. So it's limited in terms of prep. I'm not trying to make excuses here, but this is the way it plays out. And you make some changes. And listen, guys, to Jack's point, guys are trying a little bit too hard at times. Rather than just, okay, be patient, okay, we can wear these teams down. So we're trying a little bit too hard. And then suddenly we're getting ourselves in trouble because we're forcing things that are not necessarily on. And then Ulster scored 3 tries in the first half, and that gets us into that situation where we're 10 points down. As I thought the bench guys came on, did well. We had guys on the bench because there's some good experience there because, listen, we know Ulster are riding high at the moment, and we knew we would need impacts potentially. Ideally, we would be 10 points up and we were able to kick on with the bench, but that's not the way it was. So I thought there was good composure within that, even when James Ryan goes to the bin, which, listen, I'm watching that thinking, I'm struggling to see a huge amount of illegality in that. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think it was the old guard? Come on.
Keeping my counsel.
I thought it was reminiscent of the one the Lions played in the last minute of the game. Like, do you know what I mean?
Listen, I don't know. Again, I don't know. That's just one for debate, I would suggest. But I'm not actually trying to talk about that part. It's the composure within that part when we're down to 14 men, which was really pleasing. Jack, to be fair to him, listen, he's hobbling around at that stage as well after taking a bang to his knee. So, he did a captain's shift, which is great, and that's the team needs to see that. That's what it's about, you know what I mean? So when the team needs him, he steps up to the plate. So listen, he should get a pat on the back because we needed guys to step up, and guys did step up, which is pleasing. So is it perfect? No. Are Ulster a good team? Yes, they are. Did they pose us problems in the first half? But a lot of it was our own doing as well. Can we be better at building pressure and taking some simpler options? Yes, definitely in the first half. But when it came down to it, listen, I thought we came up with the solutions as the game wore on. But listen, you're not going to get away with that week on week. So, so we need to be better, clearly. So yeah, there's a little bit of everything there at the moment. But we're still a group that are trying to, come together. But we're being forced to chop and change the group as well. So listen, we just need to continue to work hard in training, put good plans together, and keep searching for that. Listen, better start to the game, and carry on and finish the game better. Because there's a couple of games now we've got ourselves in trouble with some of our own looseness, and Munster in Croke Park was probably the one more than anything. That's probably one of the games where we were probably most loose with the ball, and we obviously saw the result that day against a very hungry, desperate team. So if we're loose with the ball again next week against Munster, we know what's going to happen to us. Because we've already seen it happen to us. So, I'm pretty mixed on that. It's a great outcome from the game, but performance, we need to get a hell of a lot better, yeah. But there's reasons for it as well. I hope you know that. Are they excuses? Yeah, you could call them excuses or reasons. What's the difference? A reason versus an excuse? What's the difference?
On that, I know it's a line here, it's a bit different, but you are used to chopping and changing. It's usually more clinical than what we have seen. Are you concerned in any way at all? Are you confident that it will come good when you need it to?
Am I confident? I'm always I'm sort of an optimistic person, believe it or not. I'm very realistic though at the same time. And my realistic side to me knows that we need to get a lot better. So we need to commit to working hard at training. So that's the big thing, because you build habits day to day. And we've had well documented again, excuse / a reason. We've had a very clunky lead into this season with all these fellas literally arriving back, and we're starting the season. And how many coaching sessions were there with the group? Because literally we had I'd say we had 3 or 4 sessions, then we're gone for 2 weeks to South Africa, then you're into a Sharks game. So we haven't had that much time together. It's been a very unusual pre-season, but it's in the past now, and guys actually don't have that much mileage on the clock, as we're heading into the middle of the season and as we progress later in the season, I think we will get better. As in, that would be our plan, to get better week on week. But we need to put in the work as well. There's no point just pretending it's going to, or thinking it's going to magically happen. We need to get back to work week on week. So when we turn up for work on Monday, it's like getting excited about putting in a proper performance. What did we talk about half time there? A little bit around just, listen, let's get a bit more buzz about us. It just felt like it was hard work for us out there. Whereas I just thought we needed more of a bit of a spark there, didn't we? But there was plenty of spark for guys coming off the bench, I thought, which is good, which you want to see. But those guys are in a bit of more of a rhythm of playing. So yeah, a little bit of everything. But we can get better. Listen, there's lots of positive intent and all the rest, but ideally don't get ourselves into as much trouble at the start of the game and how we manage certain scenarios. And then, yeah, bench keep doing what they're doing.